a completely different method for us to recover our device if it has a screen lock or has a forgotten Gmail account. Today we will be able to recover this device with the latest Android 16 update. What are we going to do to be able to correct and to be able to recover our device? What we're going to do is watch the step-by-step video tutorial until the very end to avoid any complications. As we can see in this video tutorial, we're going to use what? It is a fully updated tool that will allow us to be able to recover our device in an easy and quick way. Here we have this device that appears to be accessibility. Previously, when accessibility came up, it was because the device gave us access and allowed us to recover it without needing to use any PC or anything like that. We would end up with a completely Google-branded device. But these devices have already been updated, so we've updated too. These are our videos so that you can have these videos. Successful tutorials so you can fix and recover your device this way. As we can see here, our phone. It has that little padlock on the left side, at the top, which we will explain to you step by step how you go to be able to recover your device easily and quickly. The first thing we're going to do is connect, which is to a Wi-Fi network to begin the recovery process. Let's connect. First of all, we're going to get as far as it appears to us. Unlock the screen and then we'll start the recovery process. First we get to that point, and then we go to begin the process of recovering our device. As we told you, we're going to give you everything exactly as instructed. You follow the steps exactly as we have explained. In this video tutorial, you will be able to recover your device in a, well, not that complicated because this is a process that anyone can do. If you have a PC, you can do it, and you'll be able to download this tool. This tool is completely free of charge. There isn't, anyone, will be able to download it. This tool will allow you to recover your device if you follow the steps. Since we'll be doing a series, settings so you can apply them too. As we can see here, our device tells us that it is fully operational. Locked. It has a lock pin. That was the first thing we did. We changed the screen lock and then formatted them, and now we have it. With this same block, further down it tells us to use a Google account. It already tells us to use a Google account. Here we have what is mail for those people who know. You can add the email address, click Next, and then enter the password. This would give you access to your device so you could easily and quickly recover it. But let's say you don't know the email address. Well, there's also the alternative of adding the phone number. We click Next, and we receive a verification code. We added it too. It would give you a series. Settings to access your device. But let's say you don't have any of that. Then we will use the tool we have indicated. But before we indicate that we're leaving the tool, I recommend you do this. It is always recommended that we download or run the tool before doing so. It is always recommended to temporarily disable your antivirus. What's the point of this? Because if we don't execute it, we temporarily disabled the antivirus. The tool would be blocking our program will then not be able to recover our device. If you want to recover it, then I recommend you watch the video tutorial. Step by step, until the end, do it exactly as we will be explaining. Let's get to the tool. Having said all that, then let's go to what is our antivirus. Let's find our antivirus software. We'll double-click on it. Let's double-click on our antivirus. And we're going to get here on the left side where it says Protection against viruses and threats. We're going to click on it. Then we'll scroll down and find this option in color. The blue button that says Manage Settings is going to be clicked. Then we have to disable the first option that it appears here that it says Real-Time Protection. That one would be completely deactivated. Let's deactivate it. After we have already completed that entire process. So let's go to our PC, I mean our browser. In our browser, what we are going to do is type the following. Let's write Google. Here, let's write Google. We type Google here exactly as it appears on the screen. Let's write Davidel exactly as it appears here on the screen. Davis, we write here. We're going to spell it out for that one. People who are going to spell it out for you. David is spelled. So DVIC. The day cell should always be searched on Google so it can appear quickly. After you type DVCEL, this page will appear below which can. Saying Android TV or Davidsel also tells you in some cases. You usually see Android TV here. Well then, since we've already started, let's go. Select the first one that appears, we'll select it. This would take us to this section where we will be able to find the tools. Up above we will also be able to find many tools. Let's select the last option. The last one here on this side we will also be able to find many tools on the right side. We'll scroll down to the last option and select this option we have here, Apps Davisel. Let's select it, then after selecting it we'll scroll down here. Let's go down. Here we'll be able to find the latest ones, which are available on our channel. You will be able to find them here. Not only in that one, but they will also be able to find others. Any model will be able to find a method via PC and a method without. PCs would be available here on this official page. Having said all that, let's go. Going down here we'll find several methods and tools. They are numbered number 4, number 3, number 1, which would be this and this. It would be number 3. So let's select this one. The number 1 we're going to use today in this video tutorial. This tool has what it is, you will be able to find here. In the program, you'll also be able to find the drivers. You'll be able to find the files we're going to use. This program also has a password that you will be able to find. You'll be able to find it here too. Once you do all that, then what we're going to do is close it now that we've downloaded the program, so let's go. We're going to extract it. When you extract the program, it will ask you for a password. You'll also be able to find it there. Here you'll write it all in capital letters. You'll find it here in capital letters. Let's see, we write it exactly as it appears here on the screen. They're going to write it and then what we're going to do is, it's going to be left for you. You'll end up with a folder like this. You're going to double click on it. Then you'll go down to the last option and you'll be left with this Android that appears here. This is the program. You're going to right click on it and select Run as Administrator, then you say yes. After running it as administrator, what we're going to do is wait for our device, that our program appears to begin the recovery process. That's why it's always recommended to watch the step-by-step video tutorial. If you want to fix and recover your device easily and quickly. It's not so complicated anymore. Sometimes it usually says that the program takes about 30 seconds. That's normal. Let's let it appear. Then here we will see the option to remove Android 16. Here it is, ready. It's going to appear here. So what we're going to do is connect the device. We're going to connect it. Once it's connected, we'll go back to the beginning. And being here at the beginning, we will apply the recovery process. Let's click here. We're not going to touch anything. We need to have internet access on both our phones. Since we need internet access on the PC, we'll enable FRP. Let's click on it. Let's click on the program and the program will complete its entire process. We'll wait, so if you skip ahead in the video tutorial and disconnect the device, it wouldn't work for you before the program finishes. Because now, when this line loads here, it should reach 100%. When the line reaches 100%, the device will then restart. But it doesn't end there. Because at the end of the video I'll be explaining how to correct or eliminate the errors that remain on our phone. Because we always have some errors left that we will be fixing. Come on, it started charging. It's already charging here. It's charging. Now you need to charge it to 100%. And the PC started making noise. As you can see, the PC made noise. It disconnected. Our device appeared, and it charged to 100%. Our phone is now restarting. Let's wait for our phone to restart. Once it restarts, then we would be applying it. This isn't over yet. This isn't over yet. Let it restart when it takes us directly to the start. That still wouldn't be the end of the process either. Nor would the process be ending. It would be. Now I'm going to tell you to leave it when the device starts up. The PC is making noise. Leave it like that. The second phase would now be applied, which would take us to this other section which will appear here on screen, and it would take us directly to restarting the device for the second time. Everything will now be done with a single click, but our device would now enter this interface. Now it restarts, and now that our phone has restarted for the second time, this would already be giving us the option of recovery. But let's say that in some cases it often happens that it doesn't. If it doesn't work, you put it back in the material and try again, because here, in this case, the recovery process would already be fully operational. That's why it's always recommended to watch the step-by-step video tutorial so you don't get stuck, miss no detail, and be able to easily troubleshoot your device. And fast. This is an effective process. If you follow these steps, you will be able to recover it and solve this problem. Now we'll wait for our device to take us directly to the home screen. Here we will finish and complete the recovery process. Here we can disconnect it. We unplugged it. Now we'll wait for our phone to take us to the home screen, and then we'll configure it. But as we told you from the beginning of our video, our phones always have some errors that we correct. These errors. Okay, I'll explain it to you at the end of the video. I'll explain how to correct all these errors. Because that is true. When we make recoveries by way of from some program, or we disable Google services too, let's say, as before, our phone always freezes and then shows us that the application continues to fail, or that the system also continues to fail. Suddenly that the applications, or when we go opening a phone app, is too slow for us. It also often happens due to these errors. Then I'm going to explain how you're going to correct all these errors. What we're going to do here is remove the SIM card. If you have a SIM card, you're going to remove it. Remove it to speed up the process if you're not connected to a Wi-Fi network, which would also allow you to configure them faster. But here it's faster because we click on skip. Clicking Skip to Everything here would take us directly to the home page. How do we fix all these errors that remain on our phone? Good for being able to have an unlocked device. In case of any error, what we have to do is the following. Okay, here it takes us directly to the start. Okay, it takes us to the start. Here we're going to go to Settings. We select Settings. We're going to the last option about the phone. Here in About Phone, we select Reset. Here we're going to reset everything. We give it everything and reset our entire device. When we reset it, we would have a device free of any errors.